Welcome to Google Ads Unleashed, the podcast that helps you harness the power of Google Ads. And now your host, Jeremy Young.
Hello and welcome back to Google Ads Unleashed, guys. Hope everyone is doing fantastic this week. And this week I want to bring to you one of the recent secret weapons which we have been deploying for quite a bit, and that is how to leverage YouTube Shorts for your brand. So first of all, a couple of weeks ago I've done an episode on how we integrate YouTube into our brand, into our brand's marketing mix. This has been a super interesting episode, and I really want to build up on that with a quick recap first, why we want to be running, of course, YouTube, and of course, what limitations it has, etc., etc. So let's do a recap first. So first of all, why run YouTube for your ads? Google is pushing more and more towards creative side of things, and also Google has been lacking for many years in the video and creative department in terms of market dominance, right? Compared to Meta, it's been lagging behind. I've seen this number like years ago, but I'm sure it's pretty much the same. Literally not even, I think it was even an eighth or something like that of the turnover. And if you actually look at Alphabet, so that is Google's total turnover from all of its advertising, search absolutely is dominating. So of course YouTube is trying to push for a bigger market dominance. And they've done a lot of work. YouTube has improved massively. We run YouTube for a lot of our clients. And we have recently dove in into more sophisticated measures of how to make this channel work for us. So let's maybe talk first again about for whom this is. So generally speaking, YouTube ads is not for beginners, right? It's quite difficult to break into. You should have a lot of ideally spend and conversion volume already. I would argue something north of 20 to 30,000 spend per month is absolutely ideal if you want to get started. It works for below that as well, but you just have to make up in other departments, such as, for instance, average order value, good offer, creatives, etc. But generally, that's the ballpark figure. The second thing that you want is an existing set of very well performing creatives, usually from Meta, right, from Instagram and Facebook, or even TikTok. The reason for that is YouTube, in my opinion, is not a testing ground unless you are literally a YouTube first brand, such as, let's say, we got one of our clients, for instance, is a big finance institute who sell courses on how to basically become good investors, right? So we do YouTube only there. So of course there we test a lot of campaigns, but generally speaking, for 95% of brands, you would not want to test creatives. You literally want to recycle the creme de la creme from your other channels. Then another thing that you definitely need is some sort of, in an ideal world, some sort of third-party attribution system. Something such as GetClar or Triple Whale or Tracify or Hyros or something like that. I don't endorse a particular one, all the same, and we literally work with all of them. So it's exactly sort of they all work the same. But the advantage is that you don't rely on Google's own tracking to judge the data. The reason is Google is very biased, even data-driven attribution towards the bottom of the funnel, meaning that you will oftentimes not really see a lot of sales that will have been generated from YouTube, from your YouTube campaigns. So you might see a terrible ROAS or no sales or whatever, but suddenly if you look in Hyros or something, you'll see that it's actually generating a ton of sales and really profitably as well. We got this with quite a few clients, so just believe me. And the last thing, especially if you're at the beginning of your YouTube journey and you do not have any sort of existing organic YouTube traffic, for instance, then this is quite handy. Then you will want to implement a post-purchase survey. So this is something that I would recommend anyway to have, because it's so valuable to measure when do people learn about your brand, where do they learn about your brand, from which channel are they coming, etc., etc. And you can sort of shove around your marketing spend a little bit. But specifically, you will want to measure the impact of YouTube, right? So I've got another episode on that, which you can listen to. But generally speaking, it goes as follows. Let's say, for instance, 20% of your purchasers fill out the post-purchase survey, and in the post-purchase survey 5 people have said, hey, I know this brand through YouTube from one week to another without, you've not done ads before, so they can only come from the ads. Then you can probably take this number times 5, right? Because only 5 people have responded and only 20% of your customers have responded. So you've generated 25 sales from YouTube with an average order value of whatever your average order value is. You can roughly calculate what your YouTube ROAS is overall. If you don't have at least a third-party tracking, you can always look at certain metrics such as outbound click-through rate, actual conversion rate if it does track, and you can look at view rate, for instance. These are all good metrics to sort of judge the success of your YouTube campaigns. So this was a quick recap of YouTube generally speaking. This also applies to demand gen, and specifically to demand gen shorts, because this episode is about how to leverage YouTube shorts. The thing is, YouTube shorts is very similar to what you will find in stories or in TikTok, etc. Hence why the same type of creative works pretty decently there. Now, for YouTube campaigns, there's no specific way of targeting the shorts placement. That does not exist. So what you need to do instead is you need to use demand gen campaigns and actually target the shorts placement there. And how you do that is as follows. First of all, you need to ensure that you have connected your YouTube account with your Google Ads account. It's pretty easy to do. Just Google how to do it. The second thing that you need to do is you have uploaded your creatives to YouTube so that they're either visible, fully visible and public, or unlisted videos, right? And you get their URLs, and then you get cracking. Or at least you get the video ID, right? So there'll be something like YouTube/shorts/ and then a weird mumbo jumbo of different numbers and letters. That's the ones you need. And then you will want to create a new demand gen campaign. Name your campaign, of course. You will want to then set product feeds on, because what you'll want to create is a so-called video and products ad. This is an ad type that combines elements of your product feed with the YouTube short creative. This is super powerful. It works really well with us. You can probably even combine only a subset, for instance, your bestsellers, right, in the YouTube Shorts campaign. So you can even filter down as far as that in your ad sets. The campaign goal will always be maximize conversions. The thing is, only after a while you can actually switch to maximize conversion value. But max conversions is absolutely fine to get started. You will want to then set your daily bid. You want to set specific targeting for devices. I usually recommend removing TV screens. I have, however, seen recent people on LinkedIn saying that TV screens have actually started working pretty decently. So this is sometimes something that I do recommend. Just just try it and see what happens. If you have the budget, then just go for it. With your Google Video partners, you will want to have them disabled, because otherwise your videos will be sent out on some sort of trash placements. In terms of your ad group, you can name your ad group, you can choose your product group, as I said, you can choose then your location, usually, of course, the country that you're targeting with all languages. I would even argue this could be a rare case where you will want to only target the language that people are speaking, just because in this case the ad, of course, will be in a language only that the target user understands, right? Then again, I don't think this is a massive issue, so I would probably not worry about that and leave that on. Now, usually I have 2 ad groups then, which are totally identical, bar one setting, and that is the optimized targeting feature. I usually choose an audience, for instance, an audience which I've used in PMax before, which works well there, and then build the entire ad group out with the ads, and then duplicate that, and then switch optimized targeting on, just because optimized targeting can work really well. And it is really a feature that I would recommend to anyone. And then you would create videos and product ads. So first of all, you pop in your final URL, and then you can add your videos. And now this is the crucial part, which all of this has been leading up to. You can show your ads on in-stream, in-feed, and shorts. This is below the little video icon or preview that pops up, and you will want to set this to shorts. Shorts is, in my opinion, one of the most underutilized placements that exist right now. CPMs are unbelievably cheap. The effects are insane. It works really, really well. If you have winning creatives on Meta, then these will be winning creatives that you can just recycle on YouTube regularly as well. You will then want to add a logo. You don't want to take video enhancements because you don't want like square versions of your videos and shit like that. That's waste of time and money. Then you will want to, as with any YouTube ad, add some headlines. Here you can actually add headlines up to 40 characters, which is a bit longer than usual. You can add some long headlines up to 90 characters and a few descriptions up to 90 characters with a call to action at the end and your brand. And then you let it run. And it works, like I said, it works really well. My recommendation would be to start with a daily budget that is at least 5 times your target CPA, right? Because they do need a bit of budget to make work, which is why I usually recommend to only really use this ad type when you actually have enough budget and are already spending quite a bit per month. And then you literally test it like you would test your meta ads, right? So regularly check in, can I scale? Regularly check in, can I pause a few ads if they don't do well? Can I test different versions of the same video, etc., etc. So really cool. YouTube Shorts is the way to go, and I really hope that you test it out, because I'm telling you what, you are leaving money on the table if you are not using it. And if you need any more Google Ads tips like this or any expert advice, please don't hesitate to reach out. I've had lovely listener posts over the last few weeks, and it made my day, made my week, being able to help you. Just email me at jeremy@younganddigital.marketing, or find me on LinkedIn, Jeremy Young Google Ads. Or you can visit the website to book a one-on-one consultation with me. Whether it's one-on-one coaching, there's now only one spot left, right? We've had someone snatch up at least one spot already for the Q1, which is cool. So be fast. If you want to learn more how to scale ads, then please get in touch with me. This has been Jeremy Young, your dedicated Google Ads expert, and I wish you a fantastic and productive week ahead. Ciao for now.
Thank you for listening to Google Ads Unleashed. Be sure to subscribe wherever you heard this podcast so you never miss a future episode. If you found value in today's podcast, please share it with others and leave a rating and a review. For more information or to connect with Jeremy, check him out online at www.younganddigital.marketing. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.